A lot of celebrities have been coming to get readings. So shout out to y'all for really supporting the movement. This thing is growing, y'all. It's becoming bigger than what we can see with our natural eyes. This is a spiritual movement, okay? I just want to come on and touch bases with the Hive, let y'all know that I'm so excited, okay, that you guys are getting your messages, connecting with videos. Um, I've been thinking about doing a meetup, a meet and greet as time go on. Um, yeah, so I'm just coming on to give you guys a little motivation to push forward, to love on yourself, to keep working on your level up in your spirituality, to keep manifesting. Um, Whatever you want, it's a reality already. It's already written. Understand that there are different versions of ourselves that exist on different timelines, dimensions, and realms. Okay, make the decision how you want to show up. Allow the deconstruction of the current reality and keep pushing forward. Okay, just keep in mind that life is a very short experience that you don't get to replay again. Okay, and so just have fun with it. Okay, learn how to have fun. Hey, Tariq, where was you at, Tariq? I had the trolls over there in the last video, Tariq, and I'm even in the video talking about where my muscle. All right, I hope you come on today because I'm about to go live in a little bit. All right, I'm gonna need you to put your I'm gonna need you at the front door. All right, with the muscle. See where I'm going with it? Somebody had called me a charlatan yesterday. Tariq, can you believe that? And was a top fan, number two. I said, where in the world? I said, where's my muscle? All right, couldn't even remember your name at the time. Man, listen. Man, now I don't want you to block them. I just want you to put them in timeout for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just put them in timeout because, see, they attracted to the messages and everything, but they're just being resilient and pushing against it. You know what I'm saying? They want the message because they're here, they listen, they just not at this time receptive and open to receiving it. So I don't want to block them. I just want to, I just want to put them in a little timeout. Okay, you know how the teacher puts you in a timeout, make you face the wall and put the dummy hat up on you. That's right, Tariq, and I appreciate you being a moderator. You the first moderator, Tariq. So as I'm moving up, you going with me, okay? I know that's right, Tariq. Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Shenita Frequency as a moderator. Okay, yeah, but it was a daggone mess, Tariq. Oh my goodness. The demons was out. Do you hear me? They was out. But I want you guys to push forward. Okay, if you would like to be a moderator, let me know. All right, I have some new things coming for us where we can really connect and build community. Don't be afraid to speak to each other. Don't be afraid to embrace each other in the chat. All right, I think I got the community tab open where you guys can post different things in the community. Okay, like I said, I want to start to do meet and greets at some point. Once we get a little bit more acquainted with each other, we can really take this thing big because you guys are a part of the vision, whether you understand it or not. You guys are a part of the vision. You're playing your positions and your roles, okay, in this divine creation. And so that's why I don't take any of you guys for granted that like, comment, and share, that have subscribed. Okay. I really, really love you guys from the bottom of my heart and appreciate you, okay, for being a part of my vision, because I would not be where I am at this point if it wasn't for your energy, your love, and your support. So thank you so much. Merch is coming soon. Cards are coming soon. Classes and courses I have so much vision, okay, and visions that are coming forth the more that I grow and work on myself, okay. Yeah, so I really do appreciate you guys. Um, YouTube and some creators, they're pushing me down. They see that I'm trying to come up. They see that um, I'm not aligning with, you know, how can I put it? Um, I've never been the type of girl that roll in cliques, you know, or things like that. And so I've always kind of been off to myself. And, a lot of times when you don't join cliques and mess, and people seem above you, they'll try to, thank you so much, Tariq. Um, they'll try to kick you down, okay? They'll try to create illusions. And this isn't any space that you're trying to create or work, you know, people will try to suppress you when they see that you're chosen, when they see that your light is on, when they see that you smile and are happy. And, that's generally my personality. I'm a very happy, um, I like to connect with people. I like to motivate and inspire and things like that. And so, even though this is a space of spirituality, sometimes these spaces, people get egos and they want to suppress you. They want to do things to suppress you. And so, it is what it is. That's why it's important, guys, to always, if you can remember when you first come into like the video, to share it with people that you know who may be going through some of the things, because this message is universal. These messages are universal, okay. These messages, I meet people sometimes. It's crazy, y'all. I meet people sometimes. I do a video and then I'll go out, in nature, or, just in my regular life, and I'll meet people and they'll come up to me and they'll talk to me. And I'll be like, damn, I just did a video about you. And then I'll show them the video and they're like, oh my gosh, but you didn't know me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is universal. That's when I came to realize that this is really bigger than me. I'm just this vessel, right? That's bringing um this energy through, okay, from the Most High God. This is why I don't separate religions and beliefs as well, because I believe that God is an expression that we can't even box in. You know, that's just my belief, and we don't have to always agree, but you know, we should still support and love each other no matter what, because I'm all about free thinking, free being, and, if it works for you, if that's your belief, I don't ever want to change that. But I do believe as humans, sometimes we like to box God in. Um, and then I've also come to realize that, based on what you've been through, how you grew up, how things were for you, your perception is your perception. And I can't see through the lens of your eyes. Um, all I can do is see through my perception, and what I've been through or whatever. But this is why this community is so important to me, because I want it to be free. I want us all to be free. I want us all to be able to disagree peacefully. Um, I want us to start having more conversations, that connect us. I just see so much. We need peace. We need communities of peace in this world where there is so much going on. I try not to even pay attention to a lot um, of the mess that's going on. All right, but there go my neighbor. Hey, that's why last night was my first time adding a poll to kind of get an idea of what you resonate with, what kind of topics you enjoy. I'm gonna start doing the readings in a different format, a different structure. Um, I am building a Patreon. I'm gonna put the link um, in the next video for the Patreon so we can really start building a bigger community. I am on TikTok. I need to post more on TikTok. I do. I do. I am on Facebook. I am on. I'm going to do a Twitch today. I'm going to start my Twitch today, so I'll be on Twitch. Um, am I missing one? Instagram. I am on Instagram. Make sure you follow me. Um, if there's any other platforms that you may be on, guys, that you would like to see me on, do readings on, let me know. If there's any topics that you guys would like to touch on, let me know. Make sure you book a read. And man, I've gotten some celebrity readings, and I'm really grateful for those connections. So I'm growing, I'm moving up. Um, and like I said, we're 600 subscribers, and I need 1,000 to be monetized. So if you guys could really share and just um, help me get the videos all over, share me. I would highly appreciate that. But I'm trying to become monetized, so that takes a lot. That takes a lot, but I'm still picking myself up from my spouse dying. But I'm getting a little better, mentally, where I can focus. Not saying that I'm not grieving, but I'm taking that grief and I'm transmuting it into content, love, purpose, and peace. Because at first I was kind of getting in a depression and I didn't want to see myself go through that. So I had to, I decided to go into grief therapy, and it's really been helping me. But, yeah, so I appreciate you guys. I just wanted to touch bases with you. I'm about to do a video. I think I'm going to do about 5 or 6 videos back to back. And, get out in nature, guys. Get out in nature. I'm telling you, getting out in nature, just seeing the environment, just changing that environment from home and work and all that, and just getting out by some water, even if it's just going where people fish and just walking in that area, right? Or just getting somewhere out where there's nature is so healing to your soul. It's like a deeper connection to God, in my opinion, to source, higher self, whatever it is that, your beliefs are. But it's a deeper connection. It heals you, you know, grounding heals you a lot, gives you the energy that you need to bring, your manifestations and your life for it. Because without the energy, baby, okay. And this is why I went from eating a lot of meat to less meat. I was vegan for a little while, but I'm human. So I do eat, I do eat meat, but I eat a less lot of it. I try to put more watermelon, cucumbers, fruit in me, and I love grapes, so because grapes clean your blood and all that, you know what I'm saying. As I did my research more on food and fruit and how it affects you, um, I start making better decisions about it, like what type I'm gonna eat. But yeah, so I get more energy, and that's why I'm showing up a little bit more because I have the energy. I don't feel as tired or like as depleted. Um, because life can get a little sluggish when you just eating that mess. I was eating cheese it. I mean, a meal was like cheese its and a hot dog. I thought, hold up, girl, you ain't getting nothing from this. And so now I just implement more fruits and vegetables. I'm about to get back into my juicing. I lost a lot of weight from juicing. I still got weight to lose, but I've lost a lot of weight from juicing. So I want to get back into that and like smoothies. So that's pretty much what my timeline looks like. Also, ask yourself, what does my social media look like? Like when I go onto my social media, what are the first 10 videos, that are popping up? This is important because when you're moving forward, but you're still keeping reflections of the old self, right? That no longer serve you on social media. It's a great chance that you're gonna entertain it. And so always reflecting on what your social medias are speaking back to you by looking at the things that pop up or what's being suggested is very, very important because the more that I look at social media as another world or another realm. And so when I enter that realm of picking up my phone and looking at social media, I always ask myself, is this the world that I want to entertain? Is this the world that supports me? Or are these timelines, right, that reflect an old version? And then I begin the unsubscribing process. Um, because sometimes we think that things are harmless, like watching certain things or glancing, but your eyes are still sending that information to your mind. And so this is why it's important to take more control of your social media so that every aspect of your life is supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Even from the games that you play or the movies that you watch, like it's important that it reflects who you are or who you want to be versus who you moved away from. So, you know, I am getting that download, like letting y'all know that there needs to be some unsubscribing when it comes to things that don't serve you. They play more, they play a bigger role than what you think. And the powers that be understand that. Sometimes I will be on social media and I don't know why. Maybe it's just something embedded in my brain now. But sometimes I just press the button to subscribe, but I haven't even thought about it. Or, like, let's just say somebody do a collaboration, and one of the people in the collaboration is someone that I follow, that I enjoy, that gives me, um, energy, as far as moving me towards the thing that I want, giving me knowledge. But this other person that's collab with them is someone that I don't necessarily want to subscribe to. I experienced this today, and here go my little finger. I like the video, and then I subscribe to the person that I don't share any interest in. And I had to think about it real quick, like, why are you subscribing? But it's just little things like that. Just be more thoughtful about what you are subscribing to. I definitely unsubscribed. And then I went to go look for the video on, the person that I support um, channel. And so, just be mindful. Just be mindful of the information that you subscribe to, who you're subscribing to, the energy around these people. Don't look up to anybody. There's nobody to look up to. Okay, there is no one to look up to outside of yourself. Now, if you have a belief in God and Jesus and things like that, okay, then you know that it's you and God. Um, depending on how you believe things, but you should never look up to a human being. Okay, anyone who is forcing you to look up to them, or how can I say this? Because there are pages that trap you. They bait you in, and then they tell you, oh, you can't look at nobody else, or you can't. It's like little cults. And so make sure you're not in no cults either. See, there's a difference between a cult and a community. Okay, I don't want no cult. I want a community, right, that can be built on based on peace, love, and some of the same beliefs and positivity. Um, but they do have traps for cults. There are a lot of cult followings going on social media. Even where they got people paying crazy amounts of money to even hear the person speak or show up on the screen, which is absolutely ridiculous. So you got to be careful with your mind, because there's a lot of brainwashing, there's a lot of cults, there's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of deception, there's a lot of warlocks, okay? There's a lot of wizards and crazy stuff going on. Um, so you got to be careful. So, about to do this reading. We're going to connect, guys. We're going to enjoy each other's company today. Okay. Looking forward to seeing some of you guys. Yeah, my numbers are being fudged. I did a analytic. I did some analytics, and my numbers are way bigger than what they showing me. It's crazy. It's crazy. My numbers are huge. Even my dog is going through it. She was shadow banned at one point. Make sure y'all follow Skhye on TikTok, because I'm gonna start doing readings with her as well. Um, yeah, because I read her energy. They have past lives and everything. Some of these animals were human before, came in human form before. Some of them are our ancestors that are coming to support us and show us things about ourselves. Life is just so beautiful, guys. It's so beautiful. Um, don't don't close your mind off, okay? Learn how to be open, and just take the experiences as lessons. If you're going through breakups or you are divorcing, just move on. Don't hold yourself hostage in a space where you shouldn't have to hold yourself, first of all, emotionally hostage for anybody. I just want to say that. But life is moving. It's always flowing, and to receive more out of life, the key is to keep going. Okay? So anybody or anything that is stopping your forward movement is something that you need to think about removing. I can't tell you what to do. All right? I'm just here to support you in having the best version of your life that you can possibly have. I want to see all of you guys win. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win and be happy. But have fun. I don't know who this is for. Have fun. Carve a time out for yourself where you can smile and just have fun, whether it's connected to other people or doing it by yourself. Enjoy life. Have fun. Go do something that you used to do as a kid that you haven't maybe done in years, that you got away from. Me, I used to like the fly kites. So I'm thinking about flying a kite. I used to love it as a kid. I was really good at it. I was good at a lot of things as a kid. I don't do anymore. Hey! Why is my dog trying to climb a tree? Actually, she is climbing a daggone tree. Boogie. How you learn how to climb a tree? This is crazy. I find something new about you every day. What a mess. Anyway, have fun, guys. Okay? Anything that takes away your fun and ruin your energy in your day, get it on up out of there. Have fun. You deserve to have fun. You deserve to enjoy life. I don't give a daggone how many bills piling up. Okay? Have fun. The bill gonna be late anyway. So you might as well go on and have some fun. Go do something that makes you feel good. Okay? Yeah. I don't know who that's for, but have fun. Okay? Have fun. Learn how to have fun by yourself. It's cheaper. All right? It's cheaper to leave them kids at home. You hear what I'm saying? Well, you ain't got to buy all them nuggets and things. Okay? Go on out and have some fun, man. Get out in the sun. Take them shoes off. Put them up in the ground where there's no poopies, of course. All right? Put them on, put them on in the ground, and let Mother Nature connect with you and heal your soul. All right? Heal your energy. Heal your mind. Okay. Also, I'm going to do a video on how to become, I'm going to put that out today, how to become the observer. Because I know what it feels like to get caught up in the thoughts and start doing, start believing the thought. So I'm going to make a video today on how to become the observer and how powerful that is to realize that you can become the observer of your thoughts and you can tell yourself what to think. Okay? And so I'm going to see you guys in a little bit. I'm sending you love and prosperity. And I hope that you continue to put yourself first. If you haven't learned how to put yourself first, baby, you better get on it. All right? Because before you know it, it's going to be a time you look back over your life and you're going to say, dang, I wish I really would have done more. Or I wish I really would have been worried about my growth or myself. Don't let people put you last while you putting them first. Okay? Put yourself first. I understand we got kids and stuff, y'all, but listen, it's still your life and you putting yourself first, not neglecting the kids. But when you show your kids that you put yourself first, they learn that behavior, and when they get into relationships, they'll show up that way, where they're not dependent on a man or a woman. Because see, that's the trap for the abusive relationships, is when you are codependent, or you are someone who's willing to put yourself last. So showing your children, your grandchildren, and people around you how important it is to put yourself first. People who look up to you, or that you guide, will then start to mimic that behavior. Okay, so put yourself first without guilt. Do it from a loving space. Okay, you are first. Understand that you are the most important. What do they say? If you're no good, then nobody who is attached to you is gonna be any good. Especially if you're a parent, okay? And a lot of you guys are single parents. So it's important to also show that even through divorces, right? Or not having a partner, that you still can be happy. You still can put yourself first, because you are it. You're all that you truly need. Okay, and this is whether you believe in God, whatever God you choose to believe in or follow, whatever your beliefs are, you still have to realize that you are always what you need, that you already have the answer to all the questions. I talked to a transgender woman. This was crazy. And then I'm going to get up off here, but I ran into a transgender woman, and she was a prostitute and on drugs. And my dog actually found her in the bushes. It was crazy. And hello. Yeah, she can pet her. Here come the kids messing with the dog. Hold on, y'all. It's okay. Boogie Boogie's a nice dog.
Oh, we watched it.
She just want to play. She said I'm scared. See how confident she is with you? It's because you're confident. You see what I'm saying? So when you're confident, right, then the dog becomes confident because she can read your energy. Oh Lord. She she ain't gonna get you, girl. She is not gonna get you. She messing with you because she know you scared. See how different she act with her? See? 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 Yeah, she messing with her because she's scared. She ain't gonna do nothing to her though. Okay, so I met this transgender woman, guys, and she was a prostitute and on drugs, and she was crying and everything. It was crazy. So she was mad because my dog had found her. And I'm like, my dog found you over here crying. You over here crying and everything. My dog was trying to check on her, was licking his tears, whatever you want to call it. But then she sat down and she just started to cry. And so I could have been mad because she was really rude and cussing at my dog and stuff. But I realized she was going through something. So I was like, it's going to be okay. Like, whatever you're going through, it's going to be okay. And she just cried. And she was like, well, that's the first time that I really cried because I've been so numb from drugs. And I said, well, you know. And then she was going on and on. And then she's like, well, you got a phone? And I ain't really want to let her hold my phone. So I was like, it ain't on. So she got the thing. She's like, can I please hold the phone? I was like, all right. So she ended up calling her family. And why did she come from? I'm thinking she came from a family that maybe abandoned her or, like put her out Her family was begging her to come home. It was crazy. Her father was crying for her to be clean and off drugs. They had money. Um, Her father was like, you don't even have to stay with us. I could just get you a place and pay for everything. I just want to see you off drugs. And she's crying. Now, after she done all this crying, something in my spirit was like, this is fate, you know. So anyway, she got off the phone. She called a couple of people, got off the phone, got one of her friends to cash at me $10. Now, she said it was for the food. But I knew in my spirit, my energy was like, she ain't going to buy no food. She about to go buy some crack. So ended up, she was acting like she was hungry. The person was like, I don't really want to send it. The person sent it. I'm trying to figure out how she going to get the money because she daggone sure wasn't going to use my card. So after getting off the phone and everything, and she act like she just going to go and get clean, I start walking to go home. She told me to follow her. I said, girl, I'm not following you nowhere. I'm going home. Well, ended up, one of my neighbors, I didn't even know my neighbor sold some, anyway. I'm going to leave that part out. But, I get the walking and my neighbor come and she said, cash app her. She got to talking to her. Then she was like, cash app her the $10. I said, I thought you was spending that on some McDonald's. You said you wanted McDonald's. And she said, no, I want some crack. I almost fell out. I said, see, this is why people don't want help no daggone body. And so my neighbor pulled something out. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna say it was candy. All right, pulled out some lollipops, and I just cashed that. But I said, what in the world? Well, anyway, I thought I saw her on the news maybe yesterday or something. It looked like her. Somebody was found dead. And I just hope it wasn't her. But this is why people don't want to help people, number one. Number two, when you use them drugs, I was telling her, when you use them drugs and stuff, 'cause she was saying she was starting to hear voices and all that. I said, yeah, that's them spirits. And I was telling her, when you use them drugs and you drink and all that, you are inviting spirits. And this is why you can't get off the daggone drugs, because whatever spirit is attached to you is not allowing you to be yourself. Okay? And so it was just a mess. I did do a reading on her. It was a whole daggone mess. She cried because every daggone thing was true. I'm like, this girl is this man, whatever. It's crazy. But anyway, people be wanting to perform and play the victim, and the whole time, right? They're choosing it. And so that's why I don't save people anymore. I used to be big on saving people and going out my way to save people from their own destruction. I leave people right in their destruction because they created it. And when someone wants to change, they will change it because they are the only ones that can change it. And so it was like she wanted me to save her. I'm not saving for. Then I had a nerve to say, well, I want some extra stuff. Can you give her extra 10? I'm not giving no 10. What do I look like? The wonderful person I am going to buy you something. Is you crazy? Ain't that crazy, y'all? After you to help somebody and pour it into them, they want you to buy them some crack too, man. I'm telling you, the people, the people will have you out here outside of your character and who you are if you let them. So I don't know who this is for, but I'm getting the energy. Don't let people get you out of character, number one. Number two, you got to leave people where they are. I know it's chosen seed. Sometimes we really like to help and pick people up, but leave people where they are. When they are ready, okay? When that person who was down on drugs, dealing with alcoholism, whatever it is, whenever they are ready to release those energies, those spirits, and that reality, they are going to do it themselves. Okay? They are going to do it themselves. Um, and be careful. I had to sage myself down because I didn't know what energies was up on her because she was sleeping with down low men. She had pointed out all the men I walked past every day that was down low, pointing them out. Yeah, he be buying my booty. I'm like, what in the world? I would have never even thought. These down low men are a mess, Tariq. You hear me? They out here a mess. I'm talking about I walked up the street. It was a whole group of dudes. It had to be like 10 dudes. And she had slept with all of them. I never would have thought that these men was down low. Quiet on the creek and quiet on the daggone streets. Okay? And I told her, I said, you got to be careful. Because out here, you got the drugs. You don't live out here. So you in a whole city where you don't even know anybody. Prostituting, on drugs, sleeping on train tracks and curbs and parks. And you messing with down low men and exposing them. That don't sound like a good situation. The good person in me wanted to be like, oh well, I can get you some water and some clean clothes, and I had to stop myself because I know how I am. I hate to see people down, but no, I that version of me is no longer there. It's nothing but downhill. It just made me feel like, dang, you got a whole family. You got people who love you. They're crying. They're crying for you to come home. Even though you're trans, your family don't believe in it, but they're still supporting and loving you, not caring, how you choose to live your life when there are trans people who can't even get their mama to open the door. When there are trans people out here with nowhere to go, no doors to open, and you're out here blocking your own support and love. Like, it was crazy. I'm talking about these people. These people, they still be calling me for readings now. But these people love her. I'm talking about unconditionally. She didn't even have a hard life. Her life wasn't even one of struggle. She got everything, the best. It's just crazy, y'all. I was tripped out. You got this whole sob story, but you're the reason all of this happening. How do you choose to be homeless when your dad can buy you $100,000 home right now? Why would you choose to be homeless? Why would what? Your dad is a millionaire who's willing to put you in the best rehab, who's willing to buy you some clean clothes, who's willing to I'm talking about I've never seen such a example of what it looks like for a trans person. And I'm saying this because I have trans family members who are ostracized and everything. I've never seen a trans person's parent that believed in Christianity support them so much and love them unconditionally the way that I witnessed it the other day. Told him, even called his own son her, just out of respect, even though it's not his beliefs. How even pronounced the feminine name that he picked for himself. Didn't disrespect her beliefs at all. Was crying. We talking about a black man. Strong black man. I don't see black men cry like that. Okay. Cried. Cried out. Prayed for her. Showed me love. Like just a genuinely good man. Unconditional love. It was crazy. You have unconditional love and you choose to be out here in the world. Yeah, I also felt like, because what I just heard was she was choosing struggle. She wanted that, yeah, she wanted the story of struggle because it sounds good. Because it connects with a group of people that she wasn't raised up around. Like, why would you want to redefine yourself though with struggle? That's crazy. This man owns so many businesses and have so many opportunities. He said he would create, if she got clean, he would create a job for her and pay her $75,000 a year to work for him. Like, could you imagine having that type of support, but living on the train tracks, out far away from your family? How you doing? The men are out, y'all. So ever since my spouse died, men are coming out of bushes, trees. Um, they're coming from all. Why are men such predators naturally? I'm not talking about, all that. I'm just saying naturally will, yeah. I mean, it's cute, but it's like, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, I'm grieving. Why am I spilling so much tea with y'all? Are y'all informants? How did y'all get here? All right. Let me shut up. I'm moving to the next video, you guys. And Tariq over here spying. Okay, Tariq, don't be over here spying. All right. You better come on in this next video in case I had to have you put somebody in a headlock. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I love you guys. Bye-bye.